You know what, I do often sit here and read practically every single comment that goes on this channel, and after seeing some of the responses you guys had after the Toy Fair news we got from some of the designs, it became apparent that you really loved what was being made, but were also disheartened, frustrated, or even annoyed that we were seeing these toys as a source of Halo news when we still haven't really seen any gameplay. Now don't get me wrong, I absolutely understand that, and as a content creator that hurts me more than anything, because I'm dependent on content being released as sustenance for my channel, so I can make videos regularly and have enough meaningful things to actually talk about. So in today's video I'm going to give you a few reasons why you haven't seen Halo Infinite gameplay, and the topics may vary, but before we cut into the intro, I want you to leave a comment down below to tell me what you want to see first in Halo Infinite. Do you want them to release multiplayer gameplay, or would you prefer to see the campaign? I'm very interested to see what you think. I'm not sure how this community sort of balances out at the minute, so let me know in the comments.
Ultimate Halo.
Hey up lads, Fletch here from Ultimate Halo, and thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Please support my journey to Halo Infinite by leaving a like, and most importantly subscribing. I'm trying to do this as my job and you have no idea how much you're helping the channel out by doing that. So leave a comment, let me know what you think of today's video, and I'll try to get back to as many of you as possible, and enjoy. So the first reason I want to explain why you haven't seen any Halo Infinite gameplay is because of past mistakes. 343 had an amazing marketing campaign with Halo 5. It was engaging, it told awesome stories, it was high in production value, but ultimately was misleading to what the final product will be. We were told that Locke will be hunting down the Chief, and the Chief is going to be the bad guy, when in fact the element of the story took a massive backseat, which is quite a big disappointment because it was looking very promising. Part of the reason behind this was because the marketing will have run with an older version of the script available at the time and started prepping the work from there. This is pretty normal because it needs to be planned in advance when you're spending millions upon millions of dollars promoting a game in terms of models, events, influencers, advertisements, etc. So as a result of this, in the game's development cycle it changed a little bit, and the marketing went on for such a long time that fans got a bit of a slap in the face when it came to the launch. The key mistake here is that they're not trying to plan marketing too far in advance, or at least not starting to show off the marketing until everything in the game is 100% nailed down. When it comes to big franchises such as Halo, fans are very passionate, and much like we do on here, this channel will literally break down every single bit of information we can get our hands on, and if something changes, it can divide the fans or alter their expectations down the line, which then in turn ruins the trust, which is something 343 have tried so hard to rebuild over the years. MCC's continued support is one of these, their transparency that they've adopted, and how willing to listen they have been in a level of community respect I've never seen in this franchise before. Honestly, mad respect to the guys at 343 for all of that. So, I did just mention there, until the game is 100% nailed down. Don't get me wrong, I know that people have been worrying about the creative lead going and quite a few other positions being left, but it's not a big issue. I get asked a lot, Fletch, does this worry you? And not really, no. If this was over a year ago maybe, but a lot of the legwork for this game has already been done, and everyone will know exactly what it is that they're creating. Right now is the stage where everything's starting to come together as a package, polish is being added, and where we really get to start to see the game as its intended state soon enough. So, this does now beg the question, when will we next see Halo Infinite? Which actually leads nicely onto the next reason why I feel we haven't seen it just yet, and it's because of the next generation of consoles is without a doubt a huge factor. The Xbox Series X remains relatively elusive for the time being. We have recently had a bit of a drop in terms of what we're going to see, such as custom SSDs, 12 teraflops and much more, but we haven't really seen many games running on it, especially from a gameplay perspective. When it comes to Mario, you think of Nintendo. When it comes to Sega, you think of Sonic, and when it comes to Xbox, you think of Halo. Halo is the biggest flagship franchise Microsoft has, and I can bet my bottom dollar is that they're sinking a lot of money into this game because they'll want it to sell consoles. So what a better way to do this than waiting to show it off at the console's reveal. Show off the raw power of the slipspace engine running, and the new hardware will blow the fans away. Both the PS5 and the Series X are tipped off to be at the Tokyo Game Show in this September, but in all reality they will host their own reveal events before then. And as well as that, I also suspect that they're both going to hold out just a little bit, just to wait for the other to stick their toe out so they can pounce on each other and capitalise on things they can find out. It's going to be a fierce marketing push for both companies. So I would say for certain that we'll see something before E3. Sony will not be at the show, so with no doubt they'll be doing something on their own. As such, I think we'll see something in about June for both consoles, maybe prior to that, because they'll be wanting to ride the wave of E3 hype as games journalists, fans and enthusiasts alike are all systems go and getting ready for their favourite game franchises to be shown off. Now the next reason why we haven't seen any Halo Infinite gameplay, which I'm pretty confident about, is that 343 wants to do a really quick launch with Halo Infinite. I almost think back to when Fallout 4 was first shown off to the world and they were like, oh, by the way, it comes out in like 5 months, so yeah, no sweat, go play it. For me, how I would hope they'd approach this is by saying, okay guys, now you've seen it, now go sign up for the Insider program and play the shit out of the game. Then they'd really create a demand for all sets of consumers, not just Halo fans, not just Xbox fans, but fans who are able to get a level of access to it, meaning that content creators can jump on it and really increase the demand for the game. The game needs to be desirable. They really need to come out of the gate swinging with this game, and then from there, come launch, it's got all of the hype from simply upping the demand they're putting on the market for the game previously in their marketing campaign. I personally think that impact launches and holding back content can be effective as long as you don't make fans think that there are problems behind the scenes. I've seen a lot of you guys in the comment section saying things like, I think things are going terribly wrong behind the scenes, I think this game's got development issues, just because people are leaving positions, just because we have seen other games that are coming out this year but no Halo Infinite. Honestly, Halo is a different beast and I wouldn't use any other game or any other measure as something to actually hold it against. However, if you do want to kind of take it down that road and play devil's advocate with myself, I do look at games like Cyberpunk 2077 and I have a lot of curiosity. I don't think they've been very forthcoming with the game, intentionally so as well, and I'm actually holding off from that game because I don't know if there's a hype that I'm not really seeing just yet. I know there's a lot of people who are after it, but I don't really get the sort of vibe around it. And kind of for that reason I'm holding off the game because I don't know if the hype's justified yet or not. What has been shown off does look great, or maybe something's fundamentally wrong as to the reason why they're not showing off a lot. What's also strange is that I go to gaming events and you've had to queue up for a time slot to go inside of a closed off booth you can't see from the outside just for them to show you the game behind closed doors. That does honestly confuse me a little bit. It does create a bit of a mystique around the game though, which I think is quite interesting. I think that's also why I'm curious about it at the same time. Maybe if we look at Halo Infinite from an outsider's perspective, other people might feel the same way. 343 are holding things off about the game, and people who've maybe seen Halo from afar for a long time might be genuinely curious about that, especially because Halo Infinite is showing that it's going back to its roots in some respects. It's hard to say really, there's so many variables in the development cycle we just have no idea about for the time being. So to summarise, I don't think there's issues behind the scenes. 343 are holding out for the Xbox Series X reveal and having an impact marketing, and personally I do think things have probably deviated from their plans, but that's not always a bad thing. I feel like we'll have seen more at this point if plans initially went their way, but I think because a lot of this is reliant on Microsoft wanting to do a lot with the Xbox Series X, which is also reliant on what the competition does. So for now, let's just remain in limbo. I am a little bit nervous, I'm excited, I'm anxious, but I'm mostly hopeful because everything we've seen so far does look amazing. And what's nuts is, and just picture this, just sit there, relax, and just think, this year you guys will be playing Halo Infinite. It just feels mad. It's been so long since a mainline FPS. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments section down below. Once again, my name is Jack Fletch. You can subscribe for more awesome Halo content, and also a shout out to Jude, bro. I know you've been making a lot of Minecraft stuff recently, but bit of a tip, don't put lava on your house unless you make it out of brick, because it's just gonna burn to the ground, bro. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time on the one and the only Ultimate Halo.
Subscribe now to Ultimate Halo for more unfriggin' believable Halo content.